It's now.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to Temple Akiba of Culver City. We are so delighted to be here, whether you're here in person or via Zoom. It's like an embrace of warmth and of goodness. I'm Rabbi Zach Shapiro, and I'm here with Kenterlani Freilich. We welcome you. Tonight's service is welcoming and acknowledging the many new member families who are here at Temple Akiba. And I think we'll all realize through the journey of our prayers that the mission of Temple Akiba is not so much about what we do, although that's important. It's about how you feel when you're here. And that's a unique treasure that no one does the way we do it, the way I feel it whenever I walk into this building. Kendra, do you want to share about the music tonight?
I would love to. So Rabbi and I will be leading us through our service, and we love to hear you sing just as much as we sing. So we invite for all of you to participate, to sing along. We'll be telling you the page numbers as we go through. If you're familiar with the words, wonderful. If you're not, that's okay. We always sing, sing la, 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 but we love to hear your voices.
We're going to open with the singing of Hine Matov. Don't bother opening your books. This is one of those songs that we really would prefer you singing la, la, la than having your faces in the books. So here we go. Hine Matov U'Manai, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov U'Manai, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov U'Manai, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov U'Manai, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov U'Manai, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov U'Manai, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Ma yafeh hayom. What a beautiful day this is, this day of Shabbat.
Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom,
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom again.
Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom.
Ma yafeh hayom.
Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom.
Ma yafeh hayom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
It's such an honor right now to welcome forward to join us for the lighting of our Shabbat candles as well as the Kiddush, a member of our family who just a couple of days ago formally embraced Judaism as her religion for her conversion. Ava, we'd like you to join us up front. Everyone, we're on page 2 of our prayer books.
Ooh.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת.
Friends, we ask all who are able to please rise. We continue on page 5 with our Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei beri hagrafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav ve'atzavanu v'shabbat kodsho ve'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh b'reishit ki hu yom techilah lemikra'e kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim ki banu v'chata ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'arim v'shabbat kodeshecha ve'ahava u'ratzon imchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-shabbat. L'chaim.
Please be seated, everyone. And so may I ask you to come forward for a moment. Even though I'm going to open the ark and take the Torah out, I'm going to ask everyone here to remain seated, please. Ava, what a joy it is to stand with you. You're standing with Kathy Penzo, the president of our congregation. And you are in a moment going to formally receive Torah in front of your congregational family. When I first met you, you shared with me a little bit of your story, how as a younger woman, you went to Israel and you found yourself at the Kotel at the Western Wall, and you were in the women's section, and you were surrounded by these female soldiers of the IDF, and they encircled you with love and with warmth, and they taught you how to do the hora. And Ava, you explained to me on that first day that it was at that moment that you felt so embraced as a human being, part of a greater people, that you never looked back. And that propelled you into studying what it means to become a Jew. That study culminated with our Beit Din earlier this week, along with our cantorial intern, Liz Baseman, and Rabbi Alex Press from Beth Shir Shalom in Santa Monica. But that was only a culmination of the beginning, because I believe you're continuing.
Yes.
What is Ava doing,
Yeah,
Kendra-Lani?
Ava is in my adult B'nai Mitzvah class, so she is currently learning Hebrew and then studying to become an adult B'nai Mitzvah.
Wow.
We are with you to go from strength to strength. And Kathy will be in ceremony passing this Torah to you. And Kathy, I don't know if you want to share something else.
This is such an honor, especially because I'm also a convert. So it's really just, this temple is very warm and welcoming to all converts and everybody else. So we welcome you.
And Ava, maybe one day you can become a temple president as well.
Yeah. Got it? Kent and I are going to offer you this blessing.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha.
May God's light shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
Yisod Adonai panav elecha ve'asem lecha shalom. Shalom.
May God's light always shine through you and grant you the most precious gift, the gift of shalom and peace. Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Amen.
Mazel tov.
Mazel.
Friends, if we turn now to page 20, we're going to continue with the singing of Lecha Dodi, this song of welcoming Shabbat. We're going to be doing, I believe, 4 verses altogether. And when we get to the final verse, we're going to ask for all who are able to rise. And it's the custom to face the entry to our prayer space. So I think for most of us, it is right over there. We'll indicate when that time has come.
Lecha Dodi likratala, v'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likratala, v'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likratala, v'nei Shabbat nekavela.
Let's hear it, folks. Lecha Dodi, Lecha
חגגי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקרא ולה.
לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, לראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקרא ולה. חגגי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקרא ולה. Verse 5. התעוררי, כי באורך ומאורי, אורי שתעברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקרא ולה. חגגי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקרא ולה.
Please rise, everyone. We face the entry.
And we're on verse 9. אורי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך לימודי ים סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקרא ולה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקרא ולה.
Please be seated, everyone, but it'll only be for about a minute. We're on page 26 with the Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא יברח ירטה וימליך מלכותי, בחייך וביומך ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולמי עלמיא. יתברך, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי תקדשה בריחו, לעילם מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירם לעלמא, ויאמרו amen.
Our journey of worship continues with the Baruch Hu. It's on page 28. We ask all who are able to please rise. And when we offer this prayer, it's like we're at the foothill of a mountain. And we're saying, God, I'm here and I'm trying to make myself ready. Please help me ascend.
We're on page 28.
continue with the Shema Yisrael. The Akiba tradition for the Shema is to actually make the letter Shin with our fingers, and that's by putting 3 fingers in the air, and we cover our eyes. And that way, if we choose to look at the text, we can, or if we want to close our eyes, we can. If you're looking at the text, we're on pages 34 and 35. But before we do anything, let's take that breath of fresh air once again. And imagine ourselves maybe halfway up the mountain right now. And we just need this as a resting spot to stop by a lake and listen.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Yehod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Aruchim Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Please be seated except for Jacob Lerner. Jacob, come and join us up here. You're going to help lead us in our next prayer, the V'ahavta. We're on page 36, everyone.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושינתם לבניך ודיברתם בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך ובשרתם להיות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך ובטפתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
That was on page 36, by the way, Jacob. Don't go too far away because we're going to have you lead another prayer in a moment that we can't wait to celebrate with you in like less than a month. Wow. 3 weeks. Wow. If we open to page 40, everyone, we come to our prayer for freedom, the Micha Mocha, recalling how our ancestors crossed the Sea of Reeds and began their journey for 40 years from slavery to freedom. Jacob, come back forward, please. We're going to continue now with the central part of a prayer service. This is like being at the very top of the mountain. This is the Amidah. We ask all who are able to please rise once again. We're on page 42. 46. I'm sorry, Kendra. Page 46, everyone.
Adonai sepatita uvia gite ilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Yakel, Elohei Leah, El Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanara, El Elyon, Goel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, V'zofer Chastei Avadim Ahot, U'mevi Ulamim B'neihem, Leman Shemo ve'Ahava, Melech Ozer V'Moshiach Magin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Abraham, V'Yitrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye Hakol Atel, Rav Le'Hoshia, Mechakel Chaim V'Chesed, Mechaye Hakol B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Ropei Olim, Umatir Asuri, Umikaye Emunato, Mishenei Apar, Michamo Chamal Gifurot, Umidomela, Melech Levi, Umachaye, Mimatz Miach Yeshua, Mena Emanata Lechayel. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh Tah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Kedoshim B'chol Yom Yehalelu Hasela. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
So much. Please be seated, everyone. Jacob, that was extraordinary. If we open our prayer books to page 253, page 253, we come to our prayer for healing, our Mishabera. It's right in the middle of the page. And this gives us an opportunity to think about those who really need a hug from us. A hug of healing, a hug of comfort, a spiritual infusion of well-being. So we're going to sing, we're going to pray together the first verse. And at the center of the prayer, as my eyes meet yours, please feel free to share out loud names of people that you know who could use that infusion of warmth right now. And for those who are joining via Zoom or YouTube, we ask that you please share those names in our chat box so that we can all acknowledge those who are on your minds as well.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing
David Joppa, Andy Katz, Sam Minches, and Carol Diamond.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah, shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. And let us say, Amen.
As we prepare to enter silent prayer, I want to share a story that is going to be familiar to our regulars, and it may be familiar to our irregulars. You can decide which you fall in that category, but it may be newer to our new families who are here. And this is really for all of us. It's a story about a synagogue that remodeled itself, had a whole new building created. Took years and years of planning, years and years of construction. They had the best architects, the best designers, the best minds, electricians and plumbers, you name it. Every kind of thought went into making this state-of-the-art new building. Well, finally, the time came for the dedication of the building. Everyone in the congregation came, including dignitaries from the town. And it was evening, it was Saturday night as the sun was setting. They were waiting for Havdalah when Shabbat ended for them to have the big ceremony. Anyway, it got darker and darker, and the people were standing inside the sanctuary, and the sanctuary got darker and darker. And they realized, this is probably some new technology where lights come on automatically when it gets dark. But nothing was happening. And people were kind of murmuring a little bit, but no one dared to say anything. Finally, a little girl said, "Hey, what's going on here? I can't see anything." Well, people shushed her and they said, "No, this is part of the plan," but they didn't know what they were talking about. Finally, the president of the congregation went over to the rabbi, and the rabbi scratched her head. She said, "I don't know what's going on. None of us looked into this." And then the architect stepped forward. And the architect said, "Friends, we purposefully built this sanctuary without electric lights." And as soon as the architect said that, someone was about to throw an egg at him. But the architect calmed everyone down and said, "You see, this sanctuary is dark, but your job, dear friends, is that whenever you come, you need to bring a light with you." And the architect continued, saying, "The more of you who come, the brighter this place will be. If there is a time when only a few people show up, it's going to feel pretty dark. But if we fill the space with your light, we will realize that our light indeed shines brighter together. And so all the people went home. They each brought a different light. One person brought a flashlight. Someone brought a lantern. Someone brought a Hanukkah menorah, because that had lots of candles. And what a nice opportunity to rededicate the synagogue with a Hanukkah menorah. And they all brought their lights, and it was shining so beautifully. And never again was that sanctuary dark, because people realized that in order to make it truly holy, they had to be there. Dear friends, members and new members, our synagogue does have lights. It may not have air conditioning just yet. It will soon. But it has lights. But those lights really don't mean much without us. This is your home. This is our home. And the more you come, the more you bring your spiritual light, the richer and deeper Temple Akiba will be. I ask you now to find that light in your soul. Close your eyes, get the external light out, but close your eyes and find that inner light. You're sitting at that mountaintop, gazing at the journey that you've made and at the journey that's in front of you. Find that light as we pray silently.
We are about to welcome the new members of our congregation. And before we began that ceremony, we wanted to begin with a song that is called We Are All Welcome Here. It's from a cantorial colleague of mine, Cantor Rebecca Mirsky. And it says that no matter what we look like, no matter what our political affiliations are, no matter where we come from, what our backgrounds are, that we are all, every one of us, welcome here at Temple Akiba. Some need wheels to get around, and some can use our feet. Some eat only vegetables, and some of us eat meat. Some need to be sober, and some can drink a beer. We are all welcome here. Some of us are brown and some of us are white. Some wake up real early and some prefer the night. Some of us wear burqas, some wear headphones in our ears. We are all welcome here. We are all welcome here. Let's fight with every ounce of love to end this senseless fear. We are all welcome here. Some of us are northern and some are from the south. Some of us believe in God and some of us have doubt. Some of us are straight, some are trans, and some are queer. We are all welcome here. Some of us were slaves and some of us were not. Some remember history, it seems names that some forgot. When we choose to hate each other, I fear the end is near. We are all welcome here. All of the brave, land of the free. Doesn't that mean you? Doesn't that mean me? Doesn't that mean one? Doesn't that mean all? Ever thought it ever meant the building of a wall? We are all welcome here. We are all welcome here.
Dear friends, it's now with great pride and honor that we invite forward our board director of membership, Craig Newman. Craig, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
You know, I was thinking about the word membership, and I was kind of going back in my head through my life a little bit. When you're young, when you're a child, you could be a member of the Boy Scouts or a member of the Girl Scouts. You go into high school, you could be a member of the debate team, member of the Honor Society. You go to college, and suddenly you could be the member of a fraternity or a sorority. Wow, isn't that cool? You become an adult, you could be a member at Costco, which has its benefits. And then I was thinking about something as special as a temple. And don't get me wrong, membership is so important because without our members, the house of cards, it falls down. The strength is in our numbers and the strength is in our collective. But I started thinking about the word membership and the celebration that we're here for tonight. And I realized that we're not just celebrating new members tonight. You're not just here to be a member of Temple Akiba. We're really celebrating the addition to our family. And so I was thinking about not just the word membership, I was thinking about the word kinship. And I was thinking about when you come to Temple Akiba and you want to be a part of something special, and you want to be a part of this family, you become a part of the family, you become kin. And so yes, tonight I'm so honored, and the board is so honored to welcome our new members and their membership. But if I may be so bold, we're honored to welcome you into kinship. And that's really what it's all about. And our family is growing, and you're going to grow with us. And whether this is your first time here or your 500th time, I think you can feel the energy tonight. The music from our clergy, the song that you just sang, how beautiful that was. And I think you get the message. When you are here, doesn't matter what you look like, sound like, doesn't matter if you're super tall and handsome, doesn't matter if you've come with a big old family or come by yourself, we welcome you. Speaking of welcoming, what we'd like to do this evening to honor our new members, to honor our new kin, is to recognize you with a certificate and a gift. Jeffrey Ribbs, our director, everybody. He's going to be the Vanna White to my Pat Sajak tonight. Now, not only will you be receiving a certificate, but in that bag, there's 3 important items. One, there are candles. You know, our motto here at Temple Akiba is that our light shines brighter, and our light continues to shine brighter with the addition of our new members. Our light shines brighter together. You're going to hear that a lot when you're here. So there are candles in there, and hopefully you can carry that light with you. There's also candy in there because we want to celebrate the sweetness of life. And as if there's not going to be enough candy next week with Halloween, there's some more for you. And lastly, there's a bag because you're going to be schlepping. You're going to be schlepping a lot of stuff from Temple Akiba home. But don't ever forget, we need you to schlep stuff from home to Temple Akiba. We need you to give from your home to the various things that we do here. So with that said, the last thing I'm going to say before I don't know why I'm feeding back here. The last thing I'm going to say before I start bringing you up, and when I announce your name, please come up. If I mispronounce the name of your family, that's okay. It just means we're going to get to know each other more. All right? Okay. When you come up, let's stand, and then we'll all have a blessing. Okay, and we'll all have a blessing. Okay, so we're going to start out with the Gumbel and Seligman family. The Gumbel and Seligman family, would you please come up? Welcome. The Hasselton family. Do you hear the Hasselton family? Accepting on behalf of the Hasselton family. Jeffrey M. Stein family. Come on up. Welcome. Louise Lerner. Welcome. I'm gonna nail this one. Romanian and Nagy family. Good, great. Okay. Ryan Raskin and family. Raskins, we're actually going to bring you over here. This side. Perfect. We need twins on this side. For sure. Jessica Rodriguez. The Satz family. Satz family. Kevin Scher family. Kevin. The Weingarten family. The Weingarten family. Now, just because I didn't read your name up, we do have other certificates. We started with families who had called the front office. Are there other families who are here? Okay, we do have certificates for you. Would you just do me the favor of coming up and giving me your name so I can announce you and give you your certificate? Yes. Michelle and David, welcome. Anyone else? But I just want to point out, this is a thick folder, which means that's a lot of new folks, which is very, very exciting.
How many new members are there? Roughly 53.
51.
I just want to see all of your eyes. My gosh, how beautiful and how awesome. We can't wait to deepen our family together through you, your stories, learning what brought you here, but exploring how your future will be with us. And if you look out at the congregation, there are many families, many people who have been here for generations. So today you are here as new members, but someday you'll be the one sitting back here. And people will look to you as being those who helped plant the seeds to make this congregation so beautiful. As we welcome you, we also want to call forward Kathleen, who is our new member of our staff. Did I say Kathleen? I'm sorry. Catherine, please come forward. As our new program director on staff, and you are part of this family so very much. And we want to offer a special blessing of Thanksgiving to Shehakian.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehafianu v'kimanu v'hikianu b'zman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehafianu v'kimanu v'hikianu b'zman hazeh.
Everyone, welcome. Let's give them a big round again.
Bring them all in.
Family portrait.
Everybody like in front of the podium here, this area right here. Step up, step towards me. Step towards me.
Step up toward Jeffrey.
And then come close in together. Jessica, on this side of the podium, please. Come on up, Ryan. Come on up.
Children.
Come towards me.
Short people in the front.
Or do they not want to be?
It'd be Kenley. Get it close together.
All right, everybody smile. Just kidding. Smile with your eyes.
You're good.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, everybody.
Welcome.
Okay. Friends, it's our honor to invite forward once again the president of our congregation, Kathy Penzo, to offer a Shabbat Shalom and a welcome to everyone. And for those who don't know, Kathy's daughter got married just last Saturday night. Am I taking your stuff away? I'm sorry. Kathy's daughter got married just last Saturday. Let's give her a round of applause.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to those here and to those on Zoom and YouTube. And is there anyone here for the first time? We haven't already welcomed in any way, and well, welcome everyone. And I want to thank Ava for lighting the candles and leading us in the Kiddush. And again, we are so happy that you are now part of our community. And I was very honored to pass the Torah to you. And to all of our new members, we look forward to you becoming integrated into our family. I know some of you have already probably started school and done various things here, but please come and talk to us about other ways to become involved. And it's just wonderful. And I want to thank our sisterhood for hosting tonight's Oneg to Go, which make sure you get on your way out. And we do have some upcoming events. We are having a blood drive this Sunday. So if you are able to give blood, it's desperately needed. You can go to the Red Cross blood website and sign up. We'll be having a blood mobile out in front. Next weekend, we have our Tour de Summer Camps, which is a bike ride supporting all the camps. And Rabbi is biking 36 miles, and we are raising money, and all the money goes toward various camps, and our resident camp gets quite a bit of money from that. And we will have a booth at Fiesta La Bayona, which will be happening this year on the next weekend, 30th and 31st. So come on and say hi. And again, Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much, Kathy. A couple more people to acknowledge, and that is the person who has been helping us incredibly since COVID began, getting us onto Zoom, and that's Carol Diamond, our Vice President, Director of Religious Practice. Carol, we're with you, we love you, and we're very, very grateful for all that you do to help us connect to those who are not here in person. And to a newer member of our family, Josh Corwin, who is here on Friday evenings now to really help us on our end. So to interface with Carol Diamond and those beyond. So Josh, welcome, and we're glad that you're here as well. Our concluding prayers begin with the Aleinu. We're on page 282, and we ask the congregation to rise once again.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula leotzer breishi, shelo asanu b'lei ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo samchelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamanam, v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu, v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech chol haaretz hayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo
On page 288. 288. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. We remember now friends and family of our congregation and community who have died, who continue to shine upon us from their eternal resting spaces. It is with deep sadness that we share that earlier this week, our very own Deb Falcon died. Deb was a cornerstone member of our community on our board of trustees for decades. Quite a loss. I'm only glad that I never played bridge with her because I would have lost tremendously. We don't say Kaddish for her tonight because her funeral is not until Monday. But the family did want us to share, for those who are able, that the funeral service will be Monday at 2:00 at Hillside, followed by a meal here at Temple Akiba, roughly 3:00, maybe 3:30. We remember those for whom we are in Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning. And for those who are here via Zoom, we ask if you are remembering someone to please place their names in our chat box. We remember Dr. Howard Cass, brother of Mickey Mann, and Arnold Fisher, brother of Verna Erez. Is there anyone here who is observing Shloshim, the first 30 days since a loved one has died? We add to their names the yard sites, the anniversaries of the deaths that occur on the Shabbat. We begin with those who have plaques in our Sue and Jerry Erfrig Memorial Room. Tessie Fagan, Jack Lewis Cates, Shirley Joan Kirsch, Rebecca Conblatt, Terry Kurtz, Rodney Meyer, Bertha Miller, Robert Neufeld, Michael Slatinsky, George Steiner, Benjamin Weinberg, Jerry Wolkowitz. We also remember David Aberman, Libby Bauer, Richard Dorsback, Gary Drust, Nathan Feller, Jack H. Foreman, Abe Gilman, Ida Glickstein, Jules Jacobs, Maxwell Lippman, Jean Launder, Rosalind Marks, John Metz, Fran Miller, Norma Moser, Sarah Roberts, Danielle Rosenman, Rita Rosenthal, Ernest Schnessel, Miriam Schenkman, Diane Springer, Doris Stern, Zoav Taver, Leonard Frank, Merle Weil. Are there additional yard sites that those who are in our community are remembering tonight? Turning now to page 294, we ask the congregation to rise once again as we remember them all. Yitkadal, Yitkadash, Shemir Rabbah, Yomad Divrach Rotei B'Yamlich Malchutei, V'chayechon U'Vyomechon, U'V'chayedecho Beit Yisrael, B'Galam B'Zman Kariv Imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'olam U'Amei Omaya. Yitbarach V'Yishtabach, V'Yitba'ar V'Yitramam V'Yitnaseh. V'yatadar, v'yatalev, v'yatalav. Shemei Dekudasha Barichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damidan bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Ose shalom b'mromav. U'ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who causes peace to be known in the high heavens help us understand that by reaching out to one another, we create peace on earth as well. For all Israel and for all humanity, we say,
Amen.
Everyone take a deep breath again. We've come down that mountain. We've completed a journey. And we can allow our souls to be a little bit lighter and a little bit freer. And we rejoice. And we close sharing those same words that we just said, the words of the Oseh Shalom, which reminds us that there is harmony out there in the world. And if we could just watch the rhythm of nature, then we can have that rhythm in our hearts and with our community. Last few lines of what we just read, right?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to, even though the lines were there in the book, we're going to request you put your books down again. Just get your hands ready to clap a little bit and to use your hands as part of your prayers.
Shalom B'Rama. Shalom Aleinu. They are all Israel. Amen. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Yisrael. 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 Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Yisrael.
And we'd actually like to invite all those young members who are not yet bar or bat mitzvah to come forward to help us with the motzi. And Jacob, that includes you. Kids who are not yet bar or bat mitzvah, come on up. Right over here. Right over here. It's so beautiful to see all of you. So, everyone, hands on here. Just don't worry yourself. Boys, come over here. Come over here. Jacob, you're gonna lead us in this.
Motzi lechem b'haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices join in happy chorus as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Shabbat shalom,